First video is set to help you get started and enjoy using Realisor to a high standard. This will be covering a number of things, including the creation of outcomes and objectives, to help you get clarity on what they are when you're engaging in a piece of work or with people. When you first load Realisor to create a model, you will see this screen. This is the document screen, where you can select a recent document to open or load one of the example models from the Realisor cloud. To create a new document, we have to go to the New area of the File menu. Here we can create a new document using the Quick Map wizard, load a pre-saved template if you have any, or just create a new document. What you can see now is the main screen in the model function of Realisor, with the canvas as the main mapping area and the tool sidebar on the left-hand side. When you expand this sidebar, you will see these shapes with data behind them, which we call nodes, and they are used to create the model. You add nodes to the canvas simply by clicking on them and dragging and dropping them onto the canvas area. Nodes can then be moved around the canvas by clicking and holding on the node ID reference, or on the lower darker half of the node, dragging them and dropping them into position. The idea is to start getting things onto the map so people can discuss them and you can get extra clarity with them. You may have gathered these outcomes and objectives from reading documentation, from talking to people, or from a workshop environment. So let's get started in creating a model. As well as dragging and dropping nodes onto the canvas, you can also right-click on the canvas and select New Node, and choose the node that you wish to add. Nodes can also be copied and pasted, either by right-clicking and choosing Copy and Paste, or using the keyboard shortcuts of Ctrl-C and Ctrl-V. You can use whichever method you find quicker to add nodes to the canvas. Just underneath the node ID reference, you can see the white outline of a text box. Here you add the title of the node. If I click on the anchor points left, right, or top or bottom, I can start linking the nodes together to show some contribution. This is really handy to show that by choosing one objective, it helps contribute to the achievement of another objective. You can also see the anchor points around the outside in the four corners, and these are really useful because you can change the size of the node as well, just by dragging them around. You can also change the colour of the individual nodes. This can be done by right-clicking the node, selecting Change Colour, and choosing the colour from the colour picker that appears. Within the right-click menu, you can cut, copy, paste, delete the node, and reset the colour and the size to the default value if required. You can do that as a group operation for multiple selected nodes, as well as for individual nodes. We've created some objective nodes to describe and engage with people. Now let's create some outcomes. So what are the outcomes which are important to us in what we're seeking? We can get our outcomes from documentation, from workshops or interviews. And when giving our outcomes a title, it is really important to use words like cost decreased, or satisfaction increased, or stability maintained. Words that really describe an outcome that has been achieved. So by entering these values in, we can start engaging with the people we are developing this model for, to check understanding, to check we've got everything we need, and to start checking the logic as well. We've created a set of outcomes here, and what we can do then is to start linking them by putting in the contributions between them. So for example, if we have an outcome, so we have an IT system, then it should help us to do things faster, reduce the time, so that should increase customer satisfaction. With the extra customer satisfaction, that should increase our sales. We should then contribute to the objective, increasing our market share. So we can build these contributions just by simply linking the nodes together, and then we can organise them technically in a left to right flow. With the nodes arranged, then we can start tidying them up, so by selecting them we can use the alignment tools to make it more presentable, easier to read and easier to understand. You can also make the canvas larger, either to the side or above, using the expand left, expand above options, to make sure there is enough room to fit all the nodes in that you want. And you can remove any excess space quite easily too, using the Remove Space option. Along the top, within the Ribbon menu, there are a number of tabs, each with a set of functions that can be used to help with things such as formatting and presentation, map layout, and searching. Along the bottom, there are some extra tabs, and these have extra information in them as well. These will all be covered in later videos. So what we've created is a very simple map here, and we can use it to build on in the next video. We will take it up a level to add some more nodes and some data in behind the nodes.